Yeah. Today I will explain some ES6 features. Before the ES6 features, I will explain some array methods. Already you people learn most of the methods, but I will explain some most of these 5 methods are useful in recent programming languages. Okay. So map, filter, find, sum, reduce. These methods are very useful. In recent time, they are using mostly. Let me explain what are those. Okay. Map, filter, find, sum. After this, I will explain the ES6 features. Okay. Let me explain. For example, we have an array, right? Okay. So here A is the array. 3, 4, 5 are the elements. You know, people don't know that one. Okay. Now I want to apply multiplication for every element. Okay. For example, you want to apply. I want to multiply by 2 for every element. Then output must be like, for example, if I do the input array, if I do the input a array, okay, output like 6, 8, 10. So what people do, you will write a function and take the every element in the loop and I multiply by for every element, right? Right? Hello?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. So instead of that, we have some functions to apply a function for every element. To apply some functionality on every element of array, use the map function. So what is the use of map function? The map method, the map method. Map is the array method. This method is useful to apply some functionality on every element of the array. Okay, to apply some functionality on every element of the array. Okay, you understand? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for that one, use the map function. So map, what is the use of the map function? Map function is to apply some functionality for every element. For that one, use the map function, map method. So I can write a dot map. What we need to pass in the map? The map method, we use the arrow function. Arrow function. You know the arrow function, right? How to write the arrow function? Parenthesis implies. So this is the arrow function, right? Right? So for the map method, we need to pass the arrow function. Okay? If people understand, right? So for map function, we are passing the hello.
Yes, sir.
We passing the arrow function. Okay? The arrow function we take any variable. Let's like element. Let's like so it's like the element. Okay? You can write anything like item or anything as you wish. So it's like a variable. So here EL is variable. So EL is a variable. I'm writing the functionality like EL multiplied by 2. Okay. So here every time we take the element from the array and multiply 2. First time take the 3 and multiply 2. Second time take the 4 and multiply by 2. Third time take the 5 multiply by 2. So every time we take an element and I apply the functionality. So for that one we use the arrow function as a parameter for the map function. Okay. So now let's see now put in the variable. Let's see the output. Let's see the output. So for the map function, we are passing the arrow function. So in the arrow function argument is the every element in the array. Output is the functionality. Okay, now let's see the output. Okay. Is any disturbance to you? So see, the output is undefined, undefined line. Why? You need to return this one. You need to. It will give the undefined, right? If, for example, I use the return this one. Okay, let's see. 6, 8, 10. Right? So that means
Right.
the map function we need to pass the arrow function. The arrow function argument is the for map function we are passing the arrow function is the parameter. For every parameter we are passing the element for everything and returning the element. Otherwise you can do like this. You can do like, for example, you call the function like ml. Okay. Okay. You can, so now you put the some arrow function, create some arrow. Now you create some arrow function. Somebody in the mute, all of them mute. Okay. So you take it, you create an array function. So what is that function will do? Take an argument and passing to multiple by 2. So I'm passing the arrow function to the map function. Right? So this is the action we are doing. Instead of the writing separate method, we directly put this array function here. So map function take the parameter is the arrow function. So in every element it apply the functionality. Okay, this is the use of the map function. People understand, right?
Yeah.
People understand? Any doubts?
Yeah.
No.
Any doubts?
No.
Okay. So this is the map function. Okay, I told the map function. Now I will tell the filter function. So for example, I have an array like 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I want to even numbers from this array. So I want to even numbers from this array. So what you people do? You write a function, you pass in the array, you are looping the array and checking every element is multiplied 2 or not. So this type of function you are doing. So there are multiple lines of code you are doing. Instead of that, we have the function filter. The filter method will do filtering the array. Filtering the array. Okay. Based on the filter option, it will filter the array. So for that a dot filter. Okay. So here this is also take the arrow function as the argument. Okay. Now this is also take the every element and check only EL divided by 2 equal to 0. So what will this function filter will do? Take the every element and it will check it will divide by 2 or not. Divide by 2 or not. First you take the 2. So divide by 2 or not. Those elements are will only it will return. Okay, those elements will only return. Let's see.
Sir, please write.
Huh?
Written.
Let's see. Let's see. We use the return or not. Let's see. Okay. So empty array. Okay. For example, if you want to return, as well as if you want to return. Two comma 6, right? Right. So what is the difference between the map function and filter function? Map function it will apply some functionality and every element of the array. Filter function it will filter the array based on some filter option. Okay. So here you can understand an example. If you are not use the braces here, it won't single the core rate, you don't need the braces. So next step. So 2 comma 6. So if you use the braces here, then we will use the return functionality. Okay. Only we have actually the single line of the core rate, single line of the core rate. So for array function, single line of the core, we don't need the braces, curl braces. You understand, right?
Yes.
You understand, right? So at this point, we don't need the return statement. At this point, we don't need the return statement. Okay, if you write a single line of the arrow function, at the time you don't need the return function. If you use the curly brackets means it will further some multiple statements, but here only one statement is there. So that's why it will do. So map function used for the applying map function is the applying for the some functionality in every element. Filter function use filtering some filter on the array. Okay. Okay. Now
Yeah.
we have the find function. Find will find it will find the first element the first element of the array which will satisfy the condition. Which will satisfy the condition in the array. So the first element it will check the, for example, so it will take the every element and check this condition will satisfy or not. Checking once what is the when the first condition is satisfied, it will return that element. Okay, what is the output? Let's see. So what is the output? 2. So that means it will check the 3. So this is not satisfied. 5 is with the 5. It is not satisfying. It's with the 7. It is not satisfying. It's with the 2. Yes, it is satisfying. Then it will not go to the other element. For example, here we have the 4, 8, like this. So it will not go to the next element. Once the first condition is satisfied, it will stop there. So it will start with 2 only. Okay. If you want all the elements, okay, if you want all the elements satisfying this condition, satisfying this filter, then you use the filter method. Okay. If you want only first element which satisfies this condition, then use the find method. Okay. So somebody asked what is the difference between the find method and filter method. Filter method use to return the array of elements which satisfy the condition. Find method use to return the first element which satisfy the condition. Okay. People understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand, right?
Yes, sir.
So I told map, filter, find. Now we have sum. Let's use the sum. What is use the sum? Okay. Put the sum function here. What is written? Okay. It will check the condition. You have some condition. That condition is satisfying or not in all elements. For example, so in this example, it will check this example. It will check any element is satisfying the condition or not. If no element is satisfying, then it will return the false. If at least one element is satisfying the condition, then it will return the true. Now tell me what is output?
False.
False, because no element satisfying this condition. No element satisfying this condition. Then it will return the false. For example, at least some element. For example, I have the only here. Okay, at least one element is satisfied, then it will be the true. Let's check. True, right? So if no element satisfying the condition, it will be the true. If at least it return the false. If at least one element satisfying the condition, it is the true. That is used for the sum function. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me explain the reduce method. Reduce method is used for, okay. It will take the array elements left to right. Okay. First element is the first. For example, I have the 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay. I have a function. This sum. Total comma number. Return total plus number. So what will this function will do? This function will take the 2 arguments and addition of those arguments. Okay. For example, if people, for example, I want let's there is no this function. Okay. There is no like this. I want the sum of the array of elements. What you people will do? You people will loop the array and taking the every element and adding to one variable. then it will be sum of the elements of the array. Instead of that, we have the function reduce. Okay, this reduce function will take the one function as the argument. One function as the argument. Okay, one function as the argument. What this reduce function will do? First, it will take the first two elements. First two elements. Okay. Okay, then first what is the first output? It will take the first two elements and pass into the function. Okay, it comes here. So here first in the first line, first step this is 2, 3. Then return the 2 plus 3. What is the output? 5 in the first step. Next, it will take this return value 5, 5. You understand, right? First will take the 2, 3. Then output is 5. Then take the output and adding and passing and that output and this second argument. Now it will pass the 5, 5. Then output is 10. Now up to this part, the output is 10. Then it will take the again 10, 7. It will pass 10, 7. Then output is the 10 plus 7, 17. So what is total output? 17, right? Number is not defined. So here, sorry. Sorry, that's spelling mistake. Okay. So 17. If you understand, right? Instead of writing the loop, we are using the reduce function. What it will do? It will take the first two arguments, first two elements, and getting the output. Next time it will take this output and the second next element. Next the output and next element. Okay. For example, what is the output? First we will take the 2, 3. Okay.
2, 10.
2, 3. Then first is 6. 6 is the output. Next we will pass the 6, 5. Then 6 into 5. 30 is the output. Next we will take the 30, 7. 30 to 7.
210.
230 is the output. Okay. 220 is the output. Okay. So what is the reduce function you will do? Reduce function will apply a function from left to right elements. Left to right elements. For example, if you want to apply some function from left to right, combination of all the elements, if you want to apply combination of all elements, then you use the reduce method. This reduce method is most useful. Okay. Yesterday I given one task like factorial. You know factorial. No, so sorry, it's not the fact. It's different. This is different. Okay. So for example, if you want some of the elements in the array, actually what you do, you will loop the array and take the every element and add the sum. That is taking so much step, so much memory. Instead of that, we use the reduce method. Okay, we use the reduce method and passing the elements from left to right. Okay. So if people understand what is the use of map function, map method, the map method will apply some functionality in every element of the array. Okay, and return that array. What is the filter method will do? The filter method will do, it will return the set of the array elements which satisfying the filter condition. Okay. What is find method will do? The find method will return the first element which satisfies the condition. Okay. Next, what the sum method will do? The sum method will return either all the elements, at least one elements in the array is satisfying the condition or not. If no elements are not satisfying, it returns the false. If at least one element is satisfying, it returns the true. So reduce. So reduce is this will apply one function combination of the all elements in the array. Left, it will take the left to right element, right elements to the array. Okay. So these are the most useful array method. Let's see. Okay. I will tell one interesting topic. This is nowadays in Angular, React, most probably they are working on the array of objects. What is called the array of objects? See, If array means it's not the only numbers, it also strings also, right? Strings also, right? So an element of an array is not only a number, it can be string also, right? It can be array also. It can be array also. Okay. So now, how many elements? What is the length of the array here? What is the length of the array?
3, 2.
3.
3. Length of the 3 elements are there. First element is string, second element is string, third element is the array. Right? So we can pass the elements anything, either number or string or array also, and also we can pass the object also. We can pass the object also, like okay. Now what is the length of the array?
4.
What is the length of the array?
4.
4. Right? First is 2, that is string, second is hello, that is string, third is the array, fourth is the object. Right? So then we will return
Yeah, right.
there is the 4. Right? For example, I have the array of I have the object in the array. I want this name, I want this name Prakash. So how can you do? What is the position of the array? What is the position of that object? What is the position of that object?
3.
3, right? This is 0 position, it is the first position, it is second position, it is the third position. So if you print the console.log of a of 3, it will return the what it will return? It will return the object, right? It will return this one. Okay. So it will return the Prakash, name Prakash ID. So in this object, I want the name. Then I use the name. So what is the output now?
Prakash.
Right? So for example, if I use what is the output?
7.
What is the output?
7.
7. Right. So first it will take the second array. So the second position is the array 0, 1, 2. So in the second position, I want the second element. The 0, 1, 2. It is 7. Right? So like this, if an array contains not only numbers, it contains the strings, object, array, anything. If an array contains only objects, that is called the array of objects. Okay. For example, I have a users, set of the users. Okay. So in this users, I have the okay. This is okay. We have I have 4 users. Okay. So now, how many users we have? What is the length of the users array? What is the length of the users?
3.
4.
4. We have the 4 user objects. So this users array contain the only objects as the elements. Then users is called the array of objects. In the recent times, in Angular and React, in all applications, we are getting data from server in the form of array of objects. So you get the data from this form. For example, you want to use this from the website. It will return like this array of objects. Now you need to do some access, some function on this array of objects. Okay. So the users have the 4 users, right? Okay. If I want the Tor username, what will do? How you will get the Tor user's name? Tor username. Anybody?
User
tell me?
of two.
Users.
Array.
Mm-hmm.
A blank array of two
Mm-hmm.
dot
Name.
name.
What it will return? What it will return?
Sorrow.
Let's see. So sorrow will return, right? So in this type, you will get the particular user and their name and ID. So in this, in all the application, we get in data like this. Okay. For example, we have the players. Okay. We have the players. We have the scores. We have the scores. Okay. For every player, we have the score. Okay. Now, I want who was the highest score of the player. Who is the highest score here?
Sachin.
But we want to get by the programmatically. For example, if you have the 1,000 players, you need to check all the thousands. Instead of that, you use some functionality. So now I want to now what you are doing, you are checking a condition for this array, right? You are checking a condition. What is the condition? That the player scores which is the high, right? The player score which is the high, right? Otherwise,
yes.
Okay. Let's skip this. Let's skip this. I want to know who has the 200 score. I want to know who has the 200 score. This array, I want to object who has 200 score. So now you are checking the condition throughout the array. So what method you will use? Which method you will use? I want to the set of the players who has the more than 100 score. I want the set of the players who has the score more than 100. Okay. So for that one, which method you can use?
If.
See, if for loop stuff don't using the if for. I told no map filter
method.
Filter will do. Okay. So players dot filter, right? Now array function, arrow function. So now what is the here now for everything? What is the EL here? For everything, what is the EL? First you will get this EL. First this item. Second this item. So instead of EL, use the item. Then you understand. For understanding, use the item only, the name item. So first item is this one, right? Second item, first time it will be this item. It will check. It just score. So how to get the score in the first element item? The score is greater than the 100. That's it. Simple one-line code. Actually, what you people do? You are grouping the array. You will take the every object, and every object you will check the score. Instead of that, You use a function filter. You use the function filter. For every time it will take the object. In this object, I am checking the score value. So I think the score greater than 100. So what is the output now? What is the output of B now?
Dhoni
Of B
and
now?
Sachin.
Hello? Any confusion here?
Yes,
Hello?
No, sir. Dhoni
what-
and
ID to
Sachin.
Dhoni.
And Sachin.
What is the tell me what is correct output? So first time. So for example, the first you bring the first time what will return?
What is the reason? 115 and second return 2000.
People confuse.
200. Sorry. 200.
Confusion. For example, I have the array. Okay. For example, I have the array. Okay. So this time, first it will check the element. If the element is satisfied, then it will return the total element. Then it will return the total element, right? Total element. So then output is 100, 200, right? So both then it will output. Then it will output the.
Yeah.
The same time, it will check the condition. It will check the condition. It will return the whole element. What is the whole element here? The first time, what is the whole element? So let's say it is the element. Okay. So now for the first time, what is the element? First time, what is the element here?
ID, name, score.
This is total element.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is the then second thing is total element. Third is the second total element. Right? Fourth total element, right? So every time take that element and check that element's property. If it is satisfied, this is the total element. Total element. So then what is the output?
ID 2, name Dhoni, score 115. ID 3, name Sachin, score 200.
Yes, it will return the list of the object which satisfies the condition, right? Let's see. See, it will satisfy the two objects. It will these two objects. People understand?
Yes, sir.
So we have the list array of objects. In that array of objects, we are filtering. Okay, we are filtering and returning the filter value. So first it will take the whole this element, we check the score. The score is greater than 100, then it will return this object. Otherwise, it will not return. Second time it will take this one. It will check the score. If this condition satisfied, it will return the object. Otherwise, not return. Okay, this is the filter. This type of logical functionality mostly we use in the Angular here because all the data from the server is coming from the array of objects. We need to do some functionality like this, like filter. Sometimes we use the filter. For example, we have the users table. If you see in the website, you have the users table. It will display the users table. In the above table, you have search box. Okay, you are searching the name and such. So I want to get the users list based on that name. Then you use a filter. Okay. If people understand?
Yes, sir.
So this way you need to practice. In this way you need to practice map, filter, find some values. Okay. Mostly you need to practice in the array of objects. Take the array of objects and do the practice mode. Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
going to the ES6 features. I already told you, ES6 means not the programming language. It is the ECMAScript. ECMAScript. It will some specification in the JavaScript. It will return some specification in the JavaScript. The ES6, they introduced the new features. Previously, before ES6, there is no features. Okay, they introduced the length and constant. I already told you the previous class what is the length and what is the curve. The ES5, there is no length and constant. Okay, in the ES6, there is no length constant. Okay, I'll told you what is the length, what is the constant. I already explained. So length is there. That is used for the defining the variable, declaring the variable, but the scope of that variable is only the block level, the local scope. Constant is useful. They declare the variable which value is not never changed. Once we define that value not never change. But we'll use the less than constant. I already told in the previous classes. Now go to for of. What is the for of function? Okay, for example, I have the array. Okay, I want to return the every element in the array. So what you do actually, you will use the for loop. You will use the for loop, and you use the I comma j. You are like, for example, where I equal to 0, I less than. You are using the for loop. Instead of that, we have the for of. That means, for example, let x of a, let z of a. Okay, control that z. So what will output? Let's see. 2, 5, 3. That means the for of here using the for of. It will take the every time the element into one variable. Okay, it will take one variable and take the every element value. Okay, first time it will the 2 and put in the z. Second time take the 5.